May is one of those months when you can actually feel the ground shifting under your feet in the best way possible. Something that has been building for a while is finally ready to land. This is a real sense of new beginning this month, especially in the middle of the month when we are having the new moon. But things slow enough this month for you to do something that you actually think about, to feel what you want, to make decisions that come from a very grounded and logical and practical places. There's also a beautiful moment mid-month where something tender and warm really starts to move through your relationships and your home life. So, for example, people that you love will really feel closer, or the places that you feel safe will suddenly feel even safer. And by the end of the month, the energy picks up again and something reaches a turning point. And it doesn't necessarily something crazy. It's just like a moment of like reconsidering things, like something you have been waiting on is ready to show that what it actually is, revealing its truth basically. And May is asking you to trust the process a little bit more than usual, to plan something and believe it that it will grow, even if it will take some time, even if things will not immediately show you the signs that this is happening. But to start something without needing to see the whole picture yet, and this is energy is genuinely that will lead you to success this month. Aries, May is hitting your money and your mind at the same time. The new moon is opening up a fresh chapter in how you earn and what you value. And with Mars landing in the same house, you're going to feel genuinely driven to build something real there. Your thoughts are really sharp this month. Your communication is on fire. So say what you mean and pitch your ideas because people will be listening to you this month. You might also have a lot of genius ideas this month. And Venus is really bringing your home life in something warm and comfortable. So your personal spaces and the people closest to you will really feel like a sweet treat to you during this month, especially closer towards the end of the month. And the whole focus of your life is really shifting with how you think, how you speak, and connect. So lean into the conversations. Maybe even take some short trips, and anything that keeps your mind moving will be beneficial. By the end of the month, there will be something about your traveling, your belief system, or even bigger vision that you have been holding onto. This is really reaching a turning point, and it might be time to either commit to it fully or finally let it go and create a little bit more space for new ideas to come. Taurus, May is literally your season and you're going to feel it. The new moon that's landing right on you, opening up a fresh chapter in your identity, your body, and how you show up in the world and what initiatives you take. Mars is also adding this fuel to the same energy, so you will feel more driven and more yourself than you have in a while. Your mind is really getting a little bit more sharp about money and what you actually value. So, important financial conversations or decisions are likely to come up this month, and people around you, your neighbors, your siblings, your everyday connections will feel lighter and more enjoyable with Venus moving through Cancer during this month, especially closer towards the end of the month and second half of the month. By the end of the month, something deep around really shared finances or emotional bond like credit card debts and resources and things like that is really reaching a turning point here. So it's really asking you if you can continue to live the same way and ask you to look at the things honestly and maybe even creating more space for new ideas and events to come. Geminis, this month has a very internal and behind the scene feeling for you before your season finally goes in. The new moon is opening something up in your private world, your rest, your inner life. So give yourself permission to slow down and process. Mars will be stirring things up behind the scenes too, so things you have been avoiding may resurface and ask you to deal with, or in a worst case scenario, there might be some hidden enemies that are being activated at this time. So when the sun moves into your sign on May 21st, the whole energy is really shifting and your step back into the spotlight. Venus is also bringing something warm and pleasant into your finances, so money will feel a lot easier and more enjoyable this month. You can expect for some sort of gifts, promotions, and beautiful events happen there. And the full moon at the very end of the month is also landing in your relationship zone, so something with a partner or close connections is coming to some sort of a peak final situation here that you might either commit 100% to or decides to pivot and change something in it. Cancers, this month has a very social and future focused energy for you. The new moon is opening up something fresh in your friendships and long term goals. So think about what you actually want to build and who do you want around while you do it. Mars is also pushing you to take actions in the same area. So if there is a group, a community, or a goal that you have been putting off, now is the time to move and actually take actions. Venus will be going directly through your sign. So on May 19, it will start feeling internally and start happening, making this one of the most magnetic and attractive periods if you that you might have this entire year. So definitely use this energy. The Sun and Mercury are moving through your 12th house, so there's a lot of like real work this month that is happening internally, even if does not look like much from outside. There will be some changes that you will feel on the inside, and by the end of the month, something around your work or health or routine is really reaching a peak and asking you to make a change or accept what is happening and understand what type of energy you're dealing with when everything gets so much and when everything gets almost like too much for you to handle. Like, what are you going to do? Are you going to commit to this, or are you going to completely pivot? Leo's career is the big theme for you this month, and it is asking you for your full attention. This new moon is opening a fresh chapter in your professional life and your public image, so set your intentions around what you want to be known for and what do you want to really show yourself as a star in. Mars is also adding some serious drive here and ambition to the same house, which means you will feel ready to push, but all any unresolved workplace situations will also be harder to ignore, so pay attention to that. Venus is moving through your 12th house, meaning it brings some sort of like a quieter, more private kind of pleasure, maybe solo time, maybe becoming a little bit like of a hermit type of person. Creative work behind closed doors is also possible, or a connection that stays between you and other person in secrets. Your social life and your friendships are getting a lot of attention from both Mercury and the Sun, so this is going to be a good time to connect, collaborate, share your ideas. And the full moon at the end of the month will land in your creativity and romance zone, so there's something that worth kind of like reconsidering, wrapping up, or it might ask you to decide to act on things and maybe make a change, maybe create some sort of space for it. Virgos, May is asking you to zoom out and think bigger. The new moon is opening something fresh around travel, learning, and your broader vision for your life. So let yourself dream a little bit bigger and think about where you actually want to go. Mars is pushing actions into the same zone. So if there is a course, a trip, or a belief that you have been sitting on, this month wants you to move and get things done. Your career, your public life are getting a lot of mental energy and a lot of stimulation there with Mercury and the Sun both moving through your house. And so you thinking around you, all the thoughts around your work is really sharp, and people are paying a lot of attention to what you have to say professionally. And Venus making your friendships and social life feel genuinely warm and enjoyable this month. The full moon that's happening at the very end of the month, though, lands in your home and family zone. So there might be something that's reaching a turning point and really peak that you might need to make decision about. And it's going to be about your family, your house, the place where you live, and maybe places where you grew up. So pay attention to that.